everyone, thanks for joining me again. Today I'm going to be doing this little emerging chironomid pattern called the payday midge. Hook is a partridge size 14 grub hook, although anything small and curved will work. Thread is UTC 70 in red. And for the body we're going to be using some stripped peacock herl. Now the thorax is going to be made up of red seal's fur. Now I like to cut the corner off my bag so I can pull it out without having to open the whole thing up. The hackle is some Whiting Farms grizzly dyed March brown. Now I've lightly waxed my thread here, I'm going to cast on, make a few turns to secure and then snip the excess. I'm going to take my stripped peacock herl and we're going to tie that in down the length of the hook shank and carry that down around the bend. Now you can see I've spun my thread to be nice and flat, so we're going to create a nice smooth underbody, and in a minute I'm going to cut just as I build up a nice little cone-shaped body to wind the herl over. There we go. So I'm going to turn my vise upside down. I've got a nice long bit of herl here, so I can just do this hand over hand. You can use hackle pliers, and you can see I'm not wrapping it completely in touching turns. I want to leave a little bit of that red showing to represent the bloodline of the midge. So this is actually more of a rib than a body per se. So I made about 7 or 8 wraps there, and I'm going to secure the end of the peacock herl, get that a little bit firmer and break it away. Now to protect the body, I'm going to use a little bit of Bug Bond UV Cure resin, just a tiny little dab, and I'm going to spread that out with my dubbing needle to create a nice thin even layer, and look how it brings that ribbing to life. It really helps to give a nice shine and a nice depth to the fly, and also it makes it a lot more durable. The peacock herl is quite a fragile material. Now I'm going to come in with my UV Cure torch, give everything a nice good curing, and obviously this will harden a little bit further in the sun as well. There we go, that's everything cured off. So I'm going to carry the thread back a little bit, I'm going to tie in my hackle. I've stripped the barbs off one side. I like to do this because I think it lies a little bit nicer, a little bit flatter. I'm going to tie down the butt end, carry the thread back, and I'm going to come in with a little pinch of that red seal's fur. Only has to be a very small pinch, this is just really to provide an underbody to wrap the hackle over. And I'm just going to make a little bit of a thorax there. Those long straggly bits are absolutely fine. And over the top of the seal's fur, I'm just going to make 4 or 5 wraps. And this fly will sit nicely with the body down. The hackle will work a bit like a parachute and suspend it, and it makes a lovely profile for an emerging midge. Going to come in, give a little whip finish, and trim off the excess. And there you have it, that's the payday midge. Super simple, but works really nicely as a chironomid emerger.